and as well as an unfortunate father of Sahibzada Umar Khan, who was age 15 when he was killed in an Army Public School incident in 2014, along with 147 other school kids and some teaching staff, and hundreds more brutally injured. Till today they are suffering from that injuries they got. It's natural that such a devastating terrorist attack would have a very devastating impact on the lives of the affected families. But the fearsome and tragic part is actually the existence of those cogent and horrible facts which has been censored from the affected families, from the people in general, and from the rest of the world. And those are those strong and cogent evidences which could prove that unfortunately our own security forces facilitated those terrorists in carrying out that heinous attack of the history. After that sad attack, a terrorist group, TTP, Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan, claimed the responsibility of that heinous attack. We the affected families have formed a forum to make sure that the culprits of that heinous attack are brought to justice, so like no other parents should go in the future from the same agony. Besides many press conferences, public protests, we have filed several legal petitions both in the High Court as well as in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, demanding an independent judicial commission to probe and investigate the attack and to punish the culprits. After a long struggle of almost 4 years, the Supreme Court of Pakistan ordered a judicial commission to investigate the matter and submit its report within 2 months' time. But unfortunately, that commission took more than 2 years and 2 months to submit its report. In September 2020, when the government released some parts of that commission report, where only school administration was accused of security lapses, while tried to cover up the role of the actual culprits, that is the security agencies of Pakistan. In spite of strong, reliable, available evidences which links the involvement of those security agencies to the attack. It is now more than 3 years that the case of the APS Commission is still pending in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, and we are awaiting justice. So meanwhile, on the other hand, Pakistani military staged another drama in 2017. They allegedly arrested one Ehsanullah Ehsan, the spokesperson and a top commander of Tehrik-i-Taliban Pakistan TTP, which claimed the responsibility of that APS attack. He was kept in so-called a safe house for more than 3 years, and later on dramatically escaped from the army's detention in 2020 and now allegedly to be found in Turkey. Not prosecuting him in any court of law or treating him as a criminal in spite of clear court orders of the High Court upon my petition that he should not be given any clemency and he should be prosecuted without delay, is another example of adding injury to our wounds. It is worth mentioning that due to our campaigns for justice and to expose the real culprits of APS attack, not only myself have been implicated in false sedition and anti-state behavior cases, but my life also became in danger and on 21st of July 2020, just 3 days before the hearing date of EPS case in the Supreme Court of Pakistan, a highly planned assassination attempt was made on my life, which I narrowly escaped while my car got 9 bullets in it. The police failed to arrest the attackers in spite of the attack being carried out in a thickly populated area in a broad daylight, having presence of CCTV cameras around. Following that assassination attempt, I again started receiving life threats and even received an official threat alert from the government, from the police head, that my life is in danger and I should arrange my own security. I filed a petition in the High Court for providing me security, but since the courts are under pressure and strong influence, and I am not in the good books of those security agencies, so I could not get that security and was forced to go in exile from my own country. Coming to the Pakistan military establishment, one thing is for sure that I'm a direct victim of the history's terrorist heinous attack. So putting a blame game like working for some countries or things like that, and it is obvious and common, they just put a stamp on you as a traitor. But I would like to bring some information about these Pakistani military establishment. It is a notorious, and its notorious security agencies has been creating, harboring, sponsoring and financing terrorist groups, which has been playing havoc with the lives of Pashtun in Pakistan, Kashmiris, Baloch. Pakistani security agencies have the whole government under their influence, including judiciary and the country's diplomatic machinery. Although Pakistan army is trying to hide its brutality against Pashtuns specifically from the people of Pakistan and the rest of the world using media and other tools, but the world must know that nearly 60,000 Pashtuns have been killed directly or indirectly through terrorist proxies. In the name of so-called war on terror, Pakistan army has been involved in gross violation of human rights, including right to life, freedom and dignity. The army and its powerful security agencies have been directly and indirectly involved in enforced disappearances, extrajudicial killing and arbitrary detention of tens of thousands of innocent Pashtuns. In some areas they have demolished entire towns and markets, which has further deteriorated the economic hardship of Pashtuns. The brutal killing of my son along with 146 other school children and teaching staff is a serious human rights violation, which I believe that those terrorists and their sponsors are security agencies. The international community must stop Pakistan army and its proxies in shape of these terrorists. Currently, there are very strong public resistance campaign underway against recent controversial negotiation with TTP, if you have heard of it, made by General Faz Hamid. So because of the result of that negotiation with them, now the Taliban resurgence in Waziristan, Swat, Dir, Peshawar, Mumand, Khyber and other parts of erstwhile FATA, from the locals there are huge demonstration and sit-in in those areas, but due to control media, the outer world is unaware of it. Unless and until the Pakistan military establishment are not stopped from nurturing, sponsoring and deploying these terrorists, the evil of terrorism cannot be controlled. So I urge the international community to take serious notice of these facts, sponsoring terrorism by the military establishment of Pakistan, increasing attacks on political activists, Pashtun nationalists and human rights defenders in Pakistan as well as in Afghanistan. Thank you very much.